Welcome to the video series that will help guide you to a better understanding of your life. You'll hear things that I've gone through and you'll understand the reason I am where I am. Maybe things I say will resonate with you as you're going through something currently. Maybe it will help you have a better understanding of why things happened to you in the past. And maybe it will help you by understanding how to cope with things that will happen to you in the future. Everything I tell you is from experience and not sugar-coated, and nothing's made up. Welcome to my life. Enjoy. Before we start this, let's breathe. Continue breathing as long as you need to, and do this until you're calm, completely calm. From any situation that may be stressful to you, just be calm. From this point on each episode, in the beginning, we'll start with breathing. If you have to breathe until the end of the episode or until the middle of the episode, do so. Just until you're calm. And as always, make sure your exhale is the same length as your inhale. Now, what are we talking about today? Let's talk about potential outcomes to certain situations. And let's talk about the map to your life. First, potential outcomes. What is an outcome? An outcome is simply that. An outcome, it's something that happens after a certain event. Most of the time you don't know what the outcome is going to be. Sometimes you do. The best way to get an outcome in your favor is to just go with the flow of things. Let things happen, let things play out. Now, let's talk about the map. Everyone has a map. Not a physical map. If you do have a physical map, good for you. The map within you can help you realize that certain things that you thought are lost or were lost really aren't. Now, if this map is pointing towards something that hurts you or stresses you out, disregard that map, because there's always a map that's going to be crystal clear and crisp, brand new paper. But not physically. Use that paper within you to find exactly what you need to find. If there's an old man going fishing and he catches a fish, he has the fish right here. Now, let's say the fish hops out of his hand. It'll flop around. Let's say the fish hides behind the bucket. But maybe the fisherman has poor eyesight. So the fisherman is looking here. And the fisherman says, "Dang it, where's that fish at? I can't find it." It's because he's not looking for it. He's looking here. When in reality, it's over here. It's still there, but the fisherman thinks he lost the fish. It's still there though. Maybe the fish jumped inside the bucket. Maybe the fisherman has poor hearing and couldn't hear when the water splashed after the fish jumped inside the bucket. Sometimes you think you may lose something or have already lost something, but that's not the case all the time. You see, your thought process is sometimes the worst process you can be in, because when you get caught up in your thoughts, things get scrambled, things get like simply because you amplify everything more than it actually is. An example of that, if you get a lottery ticket, a scratch off or whatever, you're gonna have anxiety because you ask yourself, am I gonna win? Am I gonna win? Who knows? The only way to find out is to scratch the ticket. And once you scratch the ticket and you see, the anxiety is gone. I mean, you either win or you lose that ticket. Now, once you realize that you can get out of your head and stop being things start to become clear. The best thing in life is clarity. One of the best things in life is clarity. Sometimes it's hard to find the clarity that you need, but just remember that anything you want, you can have. It may not happen when you want it to. It'll happen though. Now, once you uncover this map and you realize that what you're seeking never went away, or what you're seeking was never lost, that's when you could be on the road to having the outcome that you want. Because before you reach that, you need clarity. You need an understanding of how things work. You need to be able to unscramble certain things in your head. Instead of having a box of birds or puppies or whatever fighting in your head, which caused this, have the puppies and birds work together to cause this. This is a together. Sometimes it'll be this, but it's never going to be this once you get clarity. Nobody wants blah, 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 blah. No. It's going to cause madness in your head. And madness leads to a lot of stress. Madness leads to a ton of anxiety that was really never necessary to have. Anxiety is a good thing though, if you think about it, because it allows you to know that something is worth having around you. Because, for example, if you have a pack of gum and it's around you, you're not going to feel anxious over that. You're like, oh, there's a pack of gum, whatever. But if you have something you truly care about, you'll feel anxiety because you want to hold on to that. If you have a pack of gum made of gold, this pack of gum is very valuable because of the material it's made out of. You know that if you misplace that and you forget where you put it, you're gonna wonder and ask where. And sometimes it's not that you even spent money on the pack of gum made of gold. Maybe you accidentally found it, or it accidentally fell into your lap. You may not understand the value of that pack of gum when you get it. It's like, oh, made of gold. But the more you do your research on the price of gold and just how awesome that pack of gum is, you'll start to appreciate it more. When you start to appreciate something and understand its true value is when anxiety hits. When you have anxiety, you care about something. And it's okay. But something to remember is that if you allow anxiety and stressy thoughts to enter your mind and control you, you can't focus on what you need to focus on. Which is, as I said previously in the last video, becoming a stronger version of yourself. So understand that it's okay to focus on moving down this road that you need to go on, where there's essentially a door to open for a better stability for you. You're the number one priority in your life. You allow others to come in and contribute to you. Just like I always say, no one makes you happy, or no one should make you happy. You should make yourself happy, and you should allow other people to contribute to your happiness. Shout out to my sister for that. Never heard that until then. It's not that you don't value the people around you that are showing you care, or the things around you that are showing you care. It's just that if you allow things to control you emotionally and you allow them to get into your head, you may overthink certain situations and things and become or feel like you're being destroyed by them. Certain things in life will destroy you mentally, maybe even physically, depending on who or what it is. But remember that when you find something that's worth the anxiety, that you feel is worth the anxiety, that you feel is worth not giving up on, don't have your first thought being the fish left and it is unable to be found. Have your first thought being the fish left out of my hand. It's not around here. But let's sit, let's breathe, let's have clarity and focus on a new direction around us to find that fish. The fish is still there. And if the fish could speak, it may not tell you it's still there. But the actions of that fish allow you to know that it's still there. Yeah, the fish is able to flop around and go back into the water at any time. But maybe the fish doesn't want to. The fish is still there. Maybe it just wants to sunbathe and just sit there and chill on the dock or wherever you're trying to cast out your rod. It hasn't hopped back in the water yet. And once you have an understanding of where to look, you're going to be able to see that. Your thoughts will become clear. I would say the certain key to the door of the outcome, one of the keys, there are many keys, maybe there are multiple locks on your door, is clarity. And once you have clarity, and once you open the door to your outcome, to a certain situation that you truly desire and truly want, ask yourself, is it worth it, or was it worth it to try to gain clarity to find the object that I thought was lost but never was? When you finally get to that outcome and you have the clarity, the answer 99.9% of the time is going to be yes, it was. Because when you get here, you're no longer here. You've gone from crawling to walking to running, and now you're here. Through this process, you've grown. You've become stronger. You're here and you have a better understanding of things. But you never thought here would happen because maybe this wasn't the idea that you had in the beginning. Maybe this was just like something you only see in movies or something you think doesn't exist. But you'll get here. You will. You'll get right here. And it is totally worth it. All of this was totally worth it because it's something you had to go through to get here. As I said, in between here and here is clarity, finding your map that isn't burned or crumbled or wrinkled. But instead you find the map that you want. A nice, clear, crisp piece of paper that only exists in your mind. At least that's what you think. But the map is all around you. The location on your map can be given to you from certain people around you or certain events that happen. If you're on a map and you see a cave system here, and there's a road here. You started here, the road is here, there's a cave system here. You think to yourself, maybe this cave system will give me a shortcut to where I need to go. But the cave system is just a big trap. The cave system is just there to get you off track, off course. You don't realize it because maybe you've already been inside of this cave system. The learning process here is that sometimes you have to go down this road instead of stopping to go through a cave system. Maybe you thought this cave system was like, oh, it's an elevator up. But you found out it's not. It's an elevator that stops working that causes you to stay here. But you need to be up here. And that's one of the learning processes. Just go down the road. You'll learn to avoid certain things. Now, as I always say, meditation is a good way to understand what you need to do and understand things that may seem cloudy to you. Remember, breathe. Stay calm. Take in the negativity and positivity. They're both good for you. The negativity, though stressful, is good for you because it teaches you to grow stronger. The positivity is good because it shows you that you could have happiness going through shit. Positive and negative stuff happen for a reason. Slice through what is good negativity and positive negativity. What's helping you grow that you feel is negative right now? Because if something is helping you grow that's negative right now, it may eventually turn into positivity, as long as you have the patience and understand that things happen in divine time. Breathe, stay calm, focus on what you need to do and what you want to do. Remember that you're stronger than you think you are. And if anyone tells you any different, they're just bitter and jealous. Ignore those people. Still talk to them, but ignore them energy-wise. The amount of energy you produce on them should be 0%. You may have people try to copy things you do or talk behind your back and make up shit. That's okay. Karma has a way of coming around fast or slow, depending on how you make it come around. Once you get your outcome, once you are able to unscramble your thoughts and get out of that entrapment of a mind full of thoughts that may feel like it leads you to your own destruction, I want you to come back and comment. And I want you to tell me how your outcome was or is. Maybe leave a comment to tell me what you're going through. Release thoughts. Stay positive, smile, and I'll see you in the next video.